Incitec are based in the city in one of the high-rise buildings. They're on level 8 of Freshwater Place in Melbourne CBD. They've got the issue that they've got staff members that have EV vehicles, but they don't have anywhere at work they can charge. Quality Energy were brought in to help fix that problem. The main challenge was trying to get the chargers fed from their tenancy switchboard up on level 8 down to the staff car park, which was down on ground level. That project is now being installed and commissioned and achieving the goals that we set out to achieve. Designing this project was quite complex because we had to make sure that the tenancy switchboards could actually handle that much energy. That's the biggest challenge we find with EV charging is, can the electrical infrastructure that's currently on site support the EV charging demands? For this particular job, we had to do some monitoring on the actual switchboard to make sure that there was enough capacity to support the EV chargers. Then we had to work with the building manager to make sure that we could actually install within their building. Then we had to make sure that we could get a straight route from the tenancy switchboard down to where the final resting place of the EV chargers was going to be. There's also complexities with working in with businesses like this because obviously we're going to be working in and around where there's vehicles moving around the premises. So we have to make sure that we're doing a lot of this work out of hours to make sure we're not interrupting any of the business during normal business hours. So this particular business wanted to install 3 AC 22 kilowatt chargers at their premises. A big part of what we're seeing in the EV evolution is load management to make sure that we can stick within certain parameters within their electrical infrastructure so we don't trip the site. That's a really important factor moving forward on a lot of these sites. They want to implement EV charging solutions, but they don't have enough available power to do so. We see load management as being an integral part of that future growth to be able to manage that amount of power that's being used by the chargers, and that can ramp up and down accordingly. If a site's getting close to their maximum energy usage, the load management will then decrease the amount of power that's being sent to the charger. So if you've got 3 or 4 people trying to charge all at once, it might manage the amount of electricity that's going to those particular chargers. And it can do that in real time. So depending on what's happening within the site that you're installing the equipment on, that's when the load management becomes really important. So it'll just help manage the amount of electricity that's going to the EV chargers. That way you don't risk running the site too high and then causing unnecessary trips. The latest EV chargers, you have full visibility online of the charger. So one of the aspects that Quality Energy will do will be log into the charger quite often and also get alerts and alarms to make sure that the charger is online at all times. If the charger does go offline, that's when we would send one of our techs to have a look at the site. Sometimes it can be a comms issue and it can be just simple as resetting the actual equipment. But if it's anything further than that, then we'll send one of our techs to site to make sure the unit's functioning and back up and running as soon as possible.